recording.
Okay.
Okay, so we are now recording.
It wasn't recording this whole time.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I like to do that to keep things kind of exciting. Go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. It's just dudes in here, but dudes, go ahead. And this time, when you introduce yourselves, tell us a funny fact about yourself.
I used to be.
Well, you got to say your name first.
I don't know. It's so hard to say something when someone asks you this. But if someone just like, I don't know, didn't ask anything, it would have been so much easier if I just like spilled it out, especially if I was drunk.
Okay,
Fun fact about
so our be-accented friend here is Ivan, the gentleman who's been providing all of our artwork, all of our swag, and especially all of the merch. Y'all should be checking out the merch or link in the comments and descriptions and fucking chat or whatever. That was Ivan.
Yes, that was Ivan.
Ivan the Bob Ross.
Who's
Bob Ross of painting.
You mean Bob Ross, that curly guy?
Yeah.
With, like,
Yeah, your art is fucking drip, man. I love it.
Right.
Come in clutch.
We
I have not
lucked out.
seen much his stuff yet.
We lucked out
some.
finding Ivan. He was just like, I can draw, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then he was like, look, I drew this, and I was like, okay, all right, all right. Well, here, do
But it was like
this.
hard because like you did not like pay attention. I was like, okay, I think I need like to show something. Like, so you just know what I'm talking about because it's not very easy because it doesn't matter what I draw because you
Right.
can be like, oh, like I can draw stuff, but it can be something that you don't need at all, like some shitty, I don't know, fan fiction.
No, I was
I
just
did that,
looking at skill. I was like, do his people look like people? Because there's some people that are like, I could draw, and then you're like, nah, bro, nah, you can't.
If you remember my like all this like stuff that I did before, like Harley Quinn or whatever, like they look kind of like cartoonish, but at the same time realistic, like something in between.
Yeah.
So, but I don't need this to draw badgers, fortunately.
Hey, we've been loving all of them. Everybody's like waiting for the next Badger. Every time one comes out, they're like, when's the next one? Oh, I want it to be this character. And I'm like, dude, he's like doing this in between work and school and life and bitches.
School.
He's
School.
got priorities. He's got
I wish I
don't
was
rush
in
him.
school. I'm too old for school, unfortunately.
I can't even draw a perfect circle.
But at least you. By the way, Nova, how did you become like so good at the game? Did
Yeah,
you
this-
like kind of
Oh
lose?
yeah, I haven't even introduced
He didn't
myself
even
yet.
talk,
Oh my
yeah.
god, I'm an idiot. I'm Nova, by the way. I'm the biggest asshole here in Trash Talk Temple. Interesting fact about me: I play like ass, and I will look cool doing it. Well, I will try to look cool doing it. That's about it. But what were you saying, Ivan?
So how did you become like so good, like aware of like technique and all this stuff, and plus you like it's like you never don't try that much, like it's like one of these situations.
You wanna know my? You wanna really know my secret to that?
He gets real
No, if you
fucking
don't want to
stoned.
reveal secret, if you don't want to reveal secret, you can just like tell in general.
No, the
How
secret is
did you get to
Adderall.
this?
The secret. The secret of just me just like being that good. Well, I wouldn't say that good. It's just don't really care anymore. Just be like ass. Just play for fun of it.
I told
If
you it was
can find a
Adderall.
character that you.
I told you.
You're not wrong.
It's Adderall, dude. I heard that shit fucking focus because I watched Supernova play and I'm like, yeah, he's on the spectrum. He has the same internet service provider as me. I was like, yeah, okay, and I was like, dude, I heard Adderall just shrinks your focus down, and I was like, yeah. He look at the way this fool's jittering on the screen. Hey, look at this jittery motherfucker. He got Adderall in him right now. I
Not
think
gonna
that
lie, I
was the
cracked,
lag.
like 3 energy drinks before a fight.
That's it.
I did
Because
not-
isn't that an upper, right? Oh no, it's a downer that makes you upper. I'm not quite sure about the science behind that. I do know that it is legit a thing in esports and fighting games. Fighting games specifically, it hasn't hit, but I know that there's a lot of push to like ban that shit in esports. And people are like, wait, I'm not doing it
gonna
for
ban
esports.
it?
I'm doing it
What?
because I got a disease. I need it. But people that don't have like ADHD or anything are starting to use it because it like superpowers you up. So I was like half joking and like half segueing into mentioning that. But yeah, no, it's true. It's true, dude. Do your research. Am I the only one
Yeah,
that did
I have
that read
ADHD.
the
It
homework?
sucks ass.
Right? Well, that's
So
the
probably.
controversy, man, is that people that have like legit ADHD are saying like, what, I can't compete now because like you're going to ban Adderall and like they need it to, be whatever it is that they need Adderall to be. But there are people that don't have any issues and they're taking it, and because I think it's like a super upper that brings you down. I think that's how it works, right? So it's like cocaine crack on speed, and it from what I've heard from guys that don't have ADHD that have done it for gaming, and not in competition, but I know guys that have like tried it at like LAN parties to see, and they're like the world becomes a tunnel vision of the game. You think nothing of the game. You react to everything in like fucking Matrix time. He's like, the whole world is blocked out. He's like, it's not like you're like fucked up. He says you're like super focused. You see nothing but what is in front of you, in front of your face. And if it's the game, he's like, you're just, that's it. There's no other distractions. And the way they described it was kind of strange because they were like, yo, when we say distractions, we don't mean like, oh, somebody walking up behind you and you don't notice them. They're like, you don't understand how many distractions there are when you're playing that you don't think of, like a fan blowing behind you and like, birds outside. And he's like, you don't see or hear none of that shit, dog. You are in the game universe. And I'm like, wow, that sounds fucking cool. That shit's going to probably get banned one day. That shit is gonna get banned.
But it's like performance enhancing drugs, basically.
But that's the
Because
key,
Yeah,
though,
you don't
man.
get in the game. You are the game.
But that's the
Jesus
key. It's like,
Christ.
how do you solve that, though, man? Like, what do we like? Because you can't ban that because there are people that use it for a legit medical reason. But it's like, what are you gonna fucking test for people? Like, see if they're on Adderall and then check their prescription. Because then you're gonna get corrupt ass doctors that like sell prescriptions, right?
Yeah.
Because you have esports motherfuckers that are making millions of dollars, and if I could make millions more dollars because I'm on Adderall when I don't need to be, then fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna pay doctors hundreds of thousands of dollars for that. And there are doctors that need hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's like, how do you even solve that issue?
But it's the same situation, kind of like in real sports, because even when, for example, in UFC, there is like organization USADA that tests UFC fighters. They have this like strict policy. They can just come to you like in the morning, like 6 in the morning, like a test like a pee or whatever. Uh, but people still find a way like to deceive them and find a way to trick them, because there was like a guy who was using some kind of steroid or a performance enhancing drug like for 2 years,
Yeah,
and no one
but in
knew about it
sports, but the thing is in
before
sports,
he
like
got caught.
those drugs, it makes sense to check for that and to test for it, and you can be accurate on it. But like, we don't even really know what ADHD and the autism spectrum is. Like, it's still kind of being researched. We know that there is a spectrum. So like we could find new different kinds. And I don't know if I would want like an esports bureaucracy being like in charge of whether or not I can take whatever medication I want. Like, if it's legal, then I don't see a problem. I just see that in the realm of esports, like, it is a legal drug with a prescription. Like, people are just going to start getting prescriptions to be able to compete to the point where now you can't compete without it. Like, there's an issue there. But in like physical sports, like, you can see someone that's juicing. You can't see someone that's on Adderall. Like, if someone's on steroids, there are telltale signs. They have the bloated gut. They have the enlarged fucking delts. They have the back knee. They have the bitch tits. They have all these things that
Small PP.
yeah, like that guy is on steroids. But how do you know that someone's on Adderall, and how do you know they don't need it? And like, does that give an unfair advantage to people that do get it? Like,
But at the end of the day, like in esports at least, people like don't punch each other in the face, and you don't get concussions. So even if someone kinda cheating or like Adderall helps, it's like it's not that bad. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of sucks that some people like on a different pages. Like one guy's like super focused, but at the same time, I think it's also has a lot to do with experience. For example, when I play, I like all my mistakes come from the fact that I like get nervous and I just like don't do pokes. Like I forget every like combo that I did because I just did not experience this before, and I feel kind of like confused because, for example, I never fought one of the characters before. So because most people like play Scorpion against me
no,
in
I mean,
Combat League.
I get what you're saying about how like it's not a physical issue, so it's not really a big deal. But what I'm saying is it is a physical issue because it is a controlled substance. It's a mind-altering substance, and any substance that you do every day has the chance to make you addicted. And if that's going to be a barrier to entry for competition that you may end up having to, in order to compete, become addicted to this drug, like I do see that as kind of an issue. Like we could be creating an entire market full of workers that are drug addicts just to be able to perform their basic job functions. So like if you had to be a crackhead to work at McDonald's, which let's be honest, you kind of do, but what if that was like the rule? You had to be a crackhead to work at, Walmart
I would
or
never
whatever,
do that.
right? Like, but like that would kind of suck for the people that do have to do that or do that. And we don't think about esports and competition and all that as a job, but like there are people that's what they do for a living. And do we really want to create a culture that is almost requiring that these people become drug addicts in order to even have whatever their dream job they believe is?
I think it also has a lot to do.
Especially if they're really young.
Yeah,
It has,
especially that.
Especially when they're really
it
young.
also has a lot to do with like mentality, like how normal is to use medication or all these prescriptions. It's also, for example, some doctors like have to do this, like give, for example, no, to their patients. Like I don't know how it works in United States, but as far as I know, like sometimes it's a problem when, for example, psychiatrists can just assign a person to do some kind of like therapy, but more healthy therapy. But instead, he does like here, like take this pill or whatever, and person can become addicted. Kind of like take the easy way. It's like also can be part of a problem. So it depends on
Yeah, but I'm
how
saying we
if
have context already. You're saying that it needs context, and I'm saying we have context. Right now, it's not
no,
an
I mean not the
issue.
context, like a mentality. Like it depends on mentality. It can be global if like
Well, but that's the thing is the mentality we already know. There are certain people that are not competitive and that don't give a shit. And there are people that are competitive. Like, don't even think, I mean, when you're playing with your friends and you're casual and everybody picks their favorite character and it's all good, but like those of you that have never stepped into like actual competition and now everybody plays Jackie and Cetrion and it's like, oh shit, these guys will do whatever it takes to win. They don't
yeah,
give a
whatever
fuck.
it takes.
They don't care that I'm going to boo them for picking a top tier. They will do whatever it takes to win. And if whatever it takes to win ends up being an Adderall addict, like, is there no responsibility? Is there no standard with which we need to start holding ourselves to before this becomes an issue? Because it's not an issue in the FGC right now, and it's not an issue that much in mainstream esports, but it's starting to be an issue in mainstream esports. It's beginning. I'm starting to see mainstream media talk about the problem of it in esports. And so when it hits mainstream esports, it's only a matter of time before it trickles down into the FGC, especially certain branches of fighting games that like to flirt with the mainstream, like Street Fighter and Smash Brothers. Those are going to be the ones more on the cutting edge of what's going on in mainstream esports because they're closer to those universes. So those guys may start doing Adderall and fucking prescription drugs without a prescription or with a corrupt, dirty prescription from a corrupt doctor who's willing to cash in. The only reason why it hasn't hit the FGC yet is we don't make enough money for anyone to give a shit that much. But
I
what
think that,
happens when we do?
money will change everything. For example, if you tell me like you will win $1,000, I will be like, I don't know about it. I'm not gonna like take Adderall. But if I was like a great player, like, and you tell me that like $10 million like at stake, like, yeah, probably that a lot of people will be like just going probably crazy. Someone will do something.
That isn't living though.
Eh,
Like what you were saying, before you were saying, about like people competing and taking drugs and like picking top tier characters. That's just being a slave to the game. That isn't really like living or having fun. I feel like video games nowadays kind of lost its value of like having fun. So
Yeah,
it's
but what
like,
if your
yeah,
fun is
let me.
winning? And also, it
True.
doesn't
yeah,
always
everyone has
start there.
different.
It doesn't always start there, okay? Like, we've seen fucking documentaries on rock stars who end up burning out, addicted to coke, and homeless, like, by the time they're 40. And you're like, holy shit, you were the biggest band in the world. What happened? It's like, dude, nobody fucking starts out saying, like, I'm going to be a cokehead and, like, fucking waste of flesh by the time I'm 40. Like, they start out like, yo, man, I'm going to change the world and do amazing shit and be awesome. And, like, I
Yeah.
have my future and I'm going to get married and, like, I have goals. They have like people. That's where people start, right? So you can already see the train spinning, right? Because they'll sit there and say, "Well, you know, I just want to be competitive," and then they start making money. Then they start making enough money to support themselves, right? They're not even making big money, right? Man, maybe they're like third string in the fucking Overwatch league, making 60 grand a year, and it's like, all right, that's not like fuck you money, but like that's a good
But it's
living.
enough.
And
Yeah,
here's
it's a
the
good
deal.
living.
Okay, if I'm not good enough to get to that elite tier where I'm making the millions, but I'm making 60 grand a year, what other fucking job opportunities do I have when I turn 40? Okay, when my senses start failing me, right? When I start getting older and age is starting to catch up to me and I can't hang with the 19-year-olds again, you know, what am I going to do? What job do I have? I may not have another job, so I need to hold this job for as long as it takes. And you know what? I didn't plan on being a drug addict, but now it's either drug addict or unemployment. I'm going to fucking start taking the Adderall so I can compete with the kids, so I can hold on to this job just a little bit longer while I try to figure something out. And next thing you know, the next thing you know. And you see how it starts out small.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like self-fulfilling prophecy, like you just setting up for a disappointment or whatever. It's not reliable enough.
Well, I'm
Because-
just saying, like, what should
Change
what
the
should people
world.
start thinking about and doing about it right now before it is at that point? Because right now it's not really at that point. I don't feel like anybody has to start taking Adderall to compete in fighting games yet. I do believe, like in StarCraft, I'm pretty sure they already do. I'm sure in most first-person shooters they already do. Fairly certain Counter-Strike, if you're not on Adderall, you're
Counter-Strike,
probably
I-
not even in the fucking conversation, right?
I think yeah, when it comes to like shooter players, like Counter-Strike, at least in older days, like I heard like rumors of that. Like someone will, there is like a group of people that actually like taking something like to get focused, and then it would be like more like hyped up, something that kind of keeps them in this like check because they need to like jump a lot, like use like rifles, and it should be like a pitch perfect accuracy.
Yeah.
They should like
But
do
it's like a
drug
rumor.
tests.
Go
They
ahead.
should do like drug tests before like the start of a game.
Yeah, but we're talking about prescription drugs, though. That's
you
the
think?
key issue is like, dude, you could have a drug test. I mean, look at the marijuana industry right now. It's like, oh, man, we have to, like, fire you from your job because you smoke marijuana. And it's like, wait a minute, man. It's like my medicine.
But it should
And
be-
it's legal. And it's like, well,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
what if it's
federal
legal?
legal. And it's only legal under such and such and such. Where's your prescription? And it's like, are we going to get to that point? Because let me tell you something, dude. If you want to get a marijuana prescription, it's literally like $20 and a phone call. Like, you could Google doctors that you call them up and you give them your credit card number. They charge you $20 and now you have a prescription for marijuana. Like, it's not, like, at that point, we're not really treating a disease. We're just kind of saying, go ahead and smoke weed. And I'm saying this as someone who has smoked weed 15 to 20 minutes ago. So I'm not like anti-weed, but like, yo, let's not front that we're doing this shit for medicine either. You know, and we're going to get to that point with Adderall in esports in no time if it's not already there in other esports, which I believe it is. I don't think it is in fighting games. Again, I don't personally know Sonic Fox, but I know the West Coast players, and I don't know of any of them on Adderall that wouldn't need it medically.
I wanted to ask about like esports, like equivalent of like athletic commission, because when it comes to like all these testing, there has to be like some kind of commission that like moderates all this stuff, so you kind of know who is in charge.
Thing
So
is,
who
nobody
can
wants to do
set
that.
up a role? Yeah, that's a problem probably, because usually, for example, when it's like some kind of weird prescripted drug, it can be like banned anyway. For example, before competition, because it's on a list. They put it on a list of these like drugs that you cannot
It's
use
kind of
because
like
it
losing
cannot.
its
Yeah.
value.
Well,
Like
Yeah.
prescriptions is like losing its value. It's so easy to get.
yeah, you just go in and you say, "Doctor, I want this drug," and they're like, "All right," you know. So yeah, like if I wanted to, I could probably do Adderall and compete with like you fucking 15-year-olds. But like, do we want to be that, man? Is that what we want to be? Is that really like it's like you said, is that living? Like, come on, man. None of us got into this shit. Like, yeah, we're sweaty, and Nova, you're the sweatiest of them all. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, we're sweaty. We want to
I
compete.
play like
It's fun.
ass.
No, but I'm
I'm
saying
sweaty.
competing is fun. Like, this is what we do for fun. We find this shit entertaining. But like, I don't want
Yeah.
to fucking have to fucking do shit to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to. Like, I
Yeah.
love going to tournaments, and I don't want people that go to tournaments to have to do that shit either.
Yeah, it's all about like a healthy dose of everything. Like it should not be. It should not go like that far. Because
Well,
Yeah, I'm
it's
not like
it's-
ATL saying I'm gonna go smoke before I fight Nova. Sorry, ATL.
ATL doesn't smoke. He's full of shit.
Yeah.
He has
because
smoked
I know.
weed
Yeah.
one time in his life. You believe that shit? You believe that asshole when he says that? I don't believe a damn thing. He smoked one time, and I know
don't
he
really, I
smoked.
don't really believe that.
No, I know he smoked because he was in Discord like acting like a fucking goddamn baboon. And we were like, yeah, this fool's high as fuck. He is fucking stupid right now. Like, we were like, yeah, this fool, he don't know how to handle his weed, and that's why he's in the fucking Discord acting like a goddamn troll goblin. So that's how I know when he
I
says,
bet
I'm
he
going to go
wasn't
smoke,
ducking
I'm like,
Siza.
well, because when he fucking smoked, he was all paranoid and scared. He's the paranoid stoned, and that's like what I meant when he was acting like a damn goon. And so like he's like all paranoid, and I'm like, yeah, he's like, I'm never gonna smoke again. I'm like, yeah, it'll probably be a couple months before you even look at weed again. You fucking scary motherfucker. That was a weird tangent.
is he gonna like join us or something?
He
But it's
did say
ATL,
he was
so
gonna
I don't
join.
expect
Nah.
him saying truth and like delivering after what he did yesterday. I will never forgive him that performance.
Oh man, chat was losing
It's-
their shit, and the YouTube
like,
comments
not
have
even
not been
trying.
kind.
It's like he's not even trying sometimes. I don't know. Does he even play Geras? Like,
No,
it was,
I
like,
think
so
the
random.
thing is, I think he was trying, and he was salty about it and trying to hide the salt. Because I think he tried to counterpick Garrus against RoboCop, but Syzoth knew
yeah.
the matchup better than he knew Garrus. Right? He wasn't picking Garrus to play
RoboCop
Garrus,
zones Geras.
but like I think he picked Garrus to
understand
counterpick
that.
it, and then found out, oh shit, this doesn't counterpick, and in fact I'm fucked. And by then it was like, nah, man, like ego and pride took over. It was like, nah, I'm going down swinging. Nah, I can make this
What?
work. And then afterwards, like, it was already too late. It was like, fuck, man, I just lost 5
Yeah, it
matches
was
in a
too late.
row. Just lost
Well,
He
5.
mains Aaron Black.
At least
Aaron
he did
Black
his
is the
signature
best
move.
matchup against RoboCop. I don't
Yeah,
know
he
why
has
he
guns then.
chose Geras. Yeah, he knows
It's
Aaron
like-
Black more than Geras, and that's like a better matchup. Why did he do that? I didn't even watch that, but that just sounds stupid.
It was very stupid. It was very, very stupid.
I don't know.
But I
look
mean,
at
that's on him. My fucking whole channel is mostly jokes, so I'm like, fuck, dude, you just gave me content.
But I just I was kind of like bitter about it because he was good at least at, like against Nightwolf. So when Syzat plays like just some like under like secondary not main character, he can't beat Syzat enough. So it's like very competitive. Because it happened before. It was like 4-4 and then Syzat chose like Sub-Zero and ATL got destroyed. Like but before that it was actually very sweaty. So I was kind of like, you're gonna do that again, I guess, only because like sand traps and teleport or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what was going through his mind. I don't know, man. You could tell by the way he was playing, he was trying. Like it wasn't like
Yeah,
he
in the
was standing
beginning.
there not doing nothing, but like he was trying.
Kind of. It's like I don't know. I played enough to know that like just teleport doesn't work. It's even like I don't know how to call it. Like it's not a detriment. Like it can be like it's very hard to pull this off. Like people like need to know how to do this. Like okay, you should be like experienced because even I know how to like punish Scorpion teleport because if he just does a teleport, I can poke him and he stops. For example, because first attack is high,
Yeah.
and that's like, and even if he does like amplified version, like I can, for example, block it and maybe do something else. But some people like do grabs, so it's like one of these situations. So we better if I react, or just don't
Yeah.
allow them like to grab me and do whatever they want.
Yeah, thank God that isn't a mid anymore. I'm so glad they nerfed Scorpion's teleport into a high. That shit was
Yeah.
annoying.
But the thing is, like, compared to like how the top tiers are bullshit, like I kind of think they should give it back to him. Like, cause come on, man, like Scorpion's teleport being a mid would be about as bullshit as upgraded Jackie as a character.
Yeah, Jackie
Like,
is
I don't
very.
think that teleport being, I think it's cheap, but like if you took away that, cause like without that, Scorpion just can't compete with like Cetrion and shit like that. Like, yeah, okay, he can teleport around the zoning, but like her buttons are stupid. Like she still has like stupid other shit, you know?
And teleport too.
Yeah,
as far
and
as I
a
remember.
teleport. Like
So-
what the fuck does Scorpion have on fucking upgraded Jackie? Fuck, doesn't Fujin just like annihilate Scorpion? Like he just has to like rely on YOLO teleports punishing back twos and shit. I don't know that matchup, but I would imagine that's kind of how it goes.
Fujin annihilates Jackie for sure.
No, I mean Scorpion.
Especially with Scorpion. I mean, I would say it's like kind of in Fujin's favor because of like the back two, and he can like low profile like the spear if he reads it and all that. But I guess if he has like the range, like Scorpion's range of back one is kind of the same as Fujin, but like Fujin can do a lot more shit with his back one.
Well, and Fujin has back two, so it's like if Scorpion's trying to shimmy and like fish for a whiff punish with back one, he's gonna be like walking around back two range where Fujin just shuts that down. So now Scorpion has to move in closer
Yeah.
to play with the back one, but back one from Scorpion is not as fast as Fujin's back one,
Yeah,
and
it's
so
very
now he's
slow.
getting stuffed, and like he has nothing. Like he has like literally nothing. Like neutral is eliminated, and so Scorpion has to sit at back two range, just outside of back two range, and play teleport fish. And like that's kind of how that match is. Like that's it. Sit outside of back two range, fish for a teleport, and then like get your knockdown back up and go and do that again. And it's like that's the match. That's it. Scorpion versus Fujin.
I noticed like the worst thing about Jackie that like people kind of like there is like one like a perfect formula how to play her, and it's like very obvious, and there is like a counter or like a method against it. But if she manages to do that like a jump in and just that stupid combo when she like bounces like people in the air, like it's like that's like game over from what I've seen. Like it's like that
Kinda.
one that jump, and then she does her string, and that's all basically. Like it's like she has a quick way to win, like you said. Like she's a top tier because she has like very fast and kind of like easy way to reach that position when she has advantage over someone because she is like a rush down character. I think if someone takes away her jump, she gonna be like not very effective. But jump can be like interrupted, but still.
But that's what I'm
Jump
saying
can,
is
like-
like Scorpion didn't have anything that stupid. Like Jackie is stupid, but like Scorpion has nothing that's stupid. And he did, and I'm saying make the teleport a mid again because like Like, okay, now
No, I
Scorpion
cannot.
can teleport, but like, is teleport being a mid really gonna stop like upgraded Jackie bullshit? Is it really gonna stop Fujin bullshit? Is it really gonna stop Cetrion bullshit? No, it isn't. It'll make Scorpion more irritating to fight if you're like a mid tier character, or like, you know, like if you played fucking Scarlet, yeah, Scorpion's more irritating now. But like, Scorpion would still have the same problems as he did before, again, the matches that actually matter. So I don't think the teleport being a mid is really an issue anymore. I feel like it was kind of a knee-jerk reaction that people had when they didn't know how to play the game. And now that we know how to play the game, I kind of see some of the direction and understanding the kind of what they were intending with some of the nerfs and buffs that they did that were kind of knee-jerk reactions. Because think about it, if they reverted
thing
that
stupid-
nerf, right, they knew what was in the game. They knew Cetrion and Jackie were exactly how they are because they're barely changed. Those characters are by design. So they knew eventually people would get good enough to do this shit, right? And when they released that game, Scorpion had a mid teleport because the developers knew we would eventually have to fight that shit. And now that shit, people got good enough, they discovered it, they got practiced on it, and now that shit is dominating, and Scorpion doesn't have a mid-teleport to fight it. And I'm just like, well, give him the mid-teleport back. Maybe Scorpion can kind of compete with the meta with it. I don't think so, but I'm not a Scorpion main. Maybe they can make it work with a mid-teleport. But right now, like, Scorpion has nothing to fucking fight those characters. He's just fucked.
He has to burn and rely that player doesn't react to first strike and will read the teleport and interrupt it.
Yeah.
That's the only scenario
You
I see.
literally described everything Cetrion has, except she has fucking zoning, and everything she does is safe. But everything you said Scorpion does, you literally described what Cetrion can do. It's like there's no excuse, there's no reason to even fucking pick the character at this point. And here is me defending Scorpion. What a world we live in.
Yes, it's very weird, especially me. After like played only Scorpions.
The only thing great about Scorpion is his 4-3-4. That's about it, in my opinion.
That's just
I like
flawless
his-
blockable, so it's not even that great.
What about his attack that like low overhead and then when he jumps like on the sword?
Oh, 4,
When
4, 2, 3.
Yeah, like forward.
Yeah,
four,
forward,
and then,
2. It's 3, right? 4, 2, 3. Yeah, that's flawless
Yeah,
blockable.
Lord,
I think
2,
it's
3.
interruptible.
Yeah.
The third hit's interruptible with like a standing
third?
jab. Yeah, the one where he does the kick. I'm
the
not sure.
overhead is flawless blockable.
I
Yeah,
know
I
it's
know
like
that's
slow.
flawless blockable.
Ah, gotcha. So it's like one of the situations.
And he's minus
you
8 if he finishes the
Yeah.
string anyway. So, like, you could just block the whole string passively, and then Scrub Lord Combat League Scorpions will poke afterwards, and they'll get away with it. But, like, if you were playing a Scorpion offline, it's your turn. They can't poke. So if they do poke, that's where you would look for your counter hit setups.
4-3 is a lot better because it's -2 on block if you stagger it. So if they're trying to like fuzzy and like fish out for that flawless block, you can like steal the turn, like sneak a little down one or just grab.
Yeah, because they'll have to let go of block to go for the flawless block, and at that point, you're being -2 in this game might as well be plus, because being -2 is like so small and it's so rare that like it's almost like it's plus frames. Because like you look at like 4-3, man, like yeah, you could interrupt it, but if you try, he's gonna get like the fucking crushing blow combo and like all of this, like. It's too risky to like interrupt it, and it's -2, so if you interrupt it with something that's too slow or you mistime it, or it's online and it's Combat League, like it's not worth it. So it might as well be plus, because if they stagger it, who's gonna fucking press? Until that crushing blow is spent, like you're running a big risk pressing on that. You better be damn right.
I mean, like, it's like, it's different from the staggers with, like, Cabal, for example. Like, his forward 2-2-4, how the, like, the overhead is -2, because there's nothing after that.
Well, you're also pushed
So they
back
can,
too
like-
far. You're pushed back too far to do anything that like is fast, and all of your moves that can reach would be slow enough to get jabbed. So it's like, yeah, he's -2, but like his frame data doesn't really support what he can do at that range.
As far as I
Yeah.
know, like Cabal is a character who like relies on his like special cancels and then into another string.
Oh
Because
yeah, that
you
reminds me. Yeah, Holy Dragon, he's watching this podcast, right? Yeah, he
yeah.
was complaining that yeah, Cabal's dash cancel is too damn good. It's fake as shit.
It
I
is.
literally told
You
you,
only have
like,
it off of
I
Forward
can lab
4,
with
right?
you.
Forward 4 is the only one that's plus.
Okay, so he has like over like 5 strings and like buttons that are plus. So like he can do back 1, which is +1, and then
No,
he
but
can do
forward
forward
4 is the
2,
one
which
that's
is
like
+3.
super plus. That's the one that's plus plus plus. Right?
Oh, no, that's forward 3.
Forward
That's
3,
forward
okay.
3.
Because I know there's one that if he does that dash cancel, he is plus so much that like literally any button you press is a guaranteed counter hit crushing blow for him.
Yeah, unless you flawless block it. Like, so let's say I do forward 3, and it's +6, right?
Okay, it's +6.
So, yeah, if I do forward 3 and it's +6 in your mid screen, you can back away. Like, I can't reach anything. Just letting you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're
I
+6.
can't use-
Like if I press any button other than block and back away, like it's a counter hit for you. Like it's like super plus. +6
Yeah.
is like super. Like after
Definitely.
that move, that one you respect. That one is not a gimmick. That one is a trap. If you press there, you will die. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is like they're not all
But if
gimmicks. There's
I-
that one that's not a gimmick.
Yeah. But like most of the time, if you know about like forward 3, like the smartest thing is just to back away because you're safe. You can't do anything. But if I do forward 3 into dash cancel, it's +8, which puts me in a closer position to like I can like stuff my forward 2, and you can't do anything. Like backing away, you will get caught.
Yeah. Yeah. You have
And
to
then
know
the
which
grab
ones.
is 2 frames. Yeah.
You were saying that the -2 is like almost plus.
Almost. It might as well be because
and,
things that are -2 at up close range, like you really don't want to press because there's usually something bad that can follow the like I said with Scorpions forward 3, like it's -2, but it might as well be plus because the risk of pressing after that fucking thing is you will die.
So opponent can do whatever.
So they can
he
do whatever
wants.
they want. It might as well be plus. You should probably treat it as plus until that crushing blow is spent. And that, that's what I'm saying is there are certain moves that are minus, but like you really probably don't want to press too much off of that.
I just noticed that Johnny Cage has like a 4-3-4-4, like a -2 on block or something like this, and plus he's like a 1-2-4.
Yeah,
That
4-3-4-4, and what happens every time you try to press after 4-3-4-4? Johnny Cage is down 3 and it fucking interrupts you. Unless you have frame perfect timing, he fucking interrupts you with a down 3, and now you're jailed into 1-2. Like, that's what I'm saying is like 4-3-4-4, it might as fucking well be plus, depending on the matchup, because like in certain matchups, like you're just like, yeah, I can't fucking press. He's gonna fucking poke me.
But it's one of these like tricky.
I just jump that every single time.
Yeah, I just jump in because, like, unless Johnny's looking for an anti-air there, like, Johnny's get fucking arrogant, man. They start thinking that everybody's going to respect everything because of how stupid his frame data is. And then, like, when you fight one of those dumbass, like, Combat League Johnnies that are just, like, mashing down 4 after, like, everything, you're just like, dude, you know I got a dive kick, right? I can fucking triangle jump this shit, dog. Like, I could literally fucking short hop whiff punish your fucking pokes with fucking dive kicks. Like, can you please mellow
The poke
out?
is not a poke is not. Oh, J-Roy in the house. Or
The Prodigy.
yeah, we got a prodigy, a real prodigy here.
Oh, J-Ro, are you in here joining, like, sneakfully? No, he don't even have no mic. Disregard him.
J-Ro joined just to say something.
No, I have him.
About my voice.
I have him auto-muted. So He didn't tell me he was gonna be on the podcast. He like
Damn.
jumped in. I put out the thing. I made it to where it auto mutes you unless I give you permission beforehand, so people don't interrupt like that. You gotta let me know. Now I gotta go through the settings. Nah, that ain't happening. We're live. Anyways, what were we talking about?
About the frame data.
Jero. Oh, damn.
Frame data and gyro.
Oh,
So you
J-Ro
choose
doesn't
between-
know the frame
Hey,
data.
Jero.
He doesn't,
wish
or
I-
at least he doesn't fucking believe in frame data. He's like -6. Fuck, that means I could do an overhead. -15. That's a grab setup. That's a grab setup.
No! You don't do that. Even I know that. You don't do anything after -15.
That's the
It's like
new
a
tech.
That's the
It's
tech,
like
dude.
that.
That's the tech. Because people can flawless block
That's
out of
the tech.
punishment. So you fucking grab people and you're -15. Because if they do something unsafe and you try to punish it, they'll flawless block you and punish you for punishing them. So you know they did something unsafe. Instead of pressing, you go to grab them and you catch the flawless block. It is the tech. He's not lying, but it does sound stupid. And J-Ro is not doing it for that reason.
Jiro should know better at this point.
He's
How
not.
many times
He's
he
not
played.
grabbing at -15 because he's trying to blow up a flawless block. He's grabbing at -15 because he doesn't know he's -15. Or he doesn't care. I think it's probably he doesn't care. I'm pretty sure at this point he knows like the moves that are super a billion minus, and he just doesn't fucking care. He's like, dude, you gonna fucking press or pussy? He's gonna be like, press buttons or pussy. I should.
Shaking
know
my
that-
hand.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yesterday, Kingdom was shaking his hand, kinda. I was disappointed in Kingdom. He was playing competitively against Casey, and then I don't know, Jiro just gonna beat him.
well, I mean, if you're not ready for him, it's yeah, he can be overwhelming. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that yesterday, because we haven't had blowouts in a long fucking time, right? Like, we never have blowouts for, like, this whole season. There's, like, hardly any freedom fights, except for, like, new people or Pika. So, like, the blowouts yesterday were, like, super salty. Like, everybody was in the chat like, fuck you, I hate you, this game is stupid, I'm gonna play Guilty Gear, your mom's a bitch. And I'm like, damn, y'all are, like,
Yeah.
mad. Like, you are, like, mad at J-Ro. And, yeah, he's teabagging. Yeah, he is being kind of awful. But holy shit, usually when he teabags, y'all are not mad. Y'all are like, shake my hand, lol. But yesterday, Kingdom was going off. I was like, holy shit, this dude is pissed.
But
Kingdom was pissed.
Every fucking match. Who
was
else was
Kingdom
pissed?
yelling at?
Everybody. Mostly J-Ro. And J-Ro was mostly deserving of it. But what was the other? There was another
Damn,
blowout
Jero,
yesterday.
What did you do to this man?
There was
You
another
violated him.
blowout, and like everybody fucking started like, or the guy that lost started like going off in chat, like they were all fucking pissed off and shit. I think it was.
Kid? You mean Kid guy? There was like a guy who was like very pissed off at Jiro.
No, that was Kingdom yesterday. But I'm saying yesterday there was another. Let me see. I'm gonna fucking look at this shit. Watch. Watch. I'm gonna tell you.
put, like,
I'm gonna
one
tell you
guy
because it
in
was a freedom
timeout.
fight. Oh, Asvix and Snellrack. Asvix was going off. He went off in the chat so hard yesterday on fucking Snellrack. He was like talking
I
about
didn't notice.
fucking something. He was going off, and then there was another one. What was the other one? There was somebody. Oh, I think it was Shrek going off on Julop, man. He was going
Yeah,
off
that was 100%.
hard on Julop. Like, you
About
fucking
command
carried by
grab.
grabs. You fucking grab ass fucking fun of the fucker. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, you have no idea. You think Julop is annoying with the command grab? You should have fucking seen when I met Julop and he thought Kano Ball was plus. And he played on Wi-Fi. This motherfucker, you go back and watch the match of me playing him for the first time. This motherfucker was playing on Wi-Fi, acting like Kano Ball was plus, just mashing on everything. And I was like, you think Julop is annoying to fight when he's just fighting proper? Oh my god. Try fighting that fool when he was a fucking idiot and he was on Wi-Fi and didn't give a fuck. He was just like, lol, Kano slime go
Jesus.
boom.
his slime is like so annoying. I don't know. It's like a nightmare to me. When
You
he
can
just
OS it. It's really not that hard.
yeah, but if you have like a level of like skill like mine,
Well, on the poke you can flawless block it, and then on the what is it, the 2-4 slime, you can go for the flawless block. But if you go for the flawless block on that, and I think the flawless block timing is the same, but if you go for the flawless block there, you do get caught by the tick grab. That's like the problem with that one. You can
That
try and
focus, like,
fuzzy that, but it's kind of a hard fuzzy to fuzzy the tick grab and the flawless block timing for the slime. Because don't you have to do it a little late to get the timing for the slime and the grab? Nova?
Yeah, it's early.
Oh, you do
The
it
thing is that
early.
Shrek, he mains Rain.
he's
Rain,
Frost.
Yeah, because even if he did up to it, he's not going to have a whole lot
Jero
that he
asking
can
for
do.
a beef.
No,
Well-
the thing is, Shrek, he mains Rain. So
Ah.
against Kano, against that matchup, he can backdash it every single time.
Hmm.
Oh, that's right. Rain is broken. Fuck, man. I forgot. Ever since they fucking
Yeah,
fixed that back
Shrek
two
plays
string.
Rain, and I told him that, hey Shrek, you know Rain can literally backdash every single thing that Kano does. Like down one into acid or command grab, he can just whiff it and punish him every single time.
God, it must
he did
be
it
so
though,
good to have
so
a backdash.
I don't know why he didn't do that.
Maybe he didn't like notice
Yeah.
everything because maybe he did not pick Rain against Julep before because I remember them playing before.
Well, because
So-
people don't consider backdash tech, man. Nobody ever fucking practices whiff punishes because backdashing isn't invincible anymore. So now you have to use it for its intended purpose of getting the fuck out of dodge instead of just countering shit for free. Because people learned everything you could backdash in Injustice 1 because backdashes had 8 frames of invincibility. So you knew exactly every move you could backdash to get a free combo. But now that like backdashing isn't free and guaranteed and invincible, people don't fucking practice what they can and cannot backdash. Unless you're like me and you're Kung Lao and you basically don't have a backdash, in which case you neutral jump everything. Or cross up
Oh.
everything. I have jump
mean-
points. Like me, I don't practice backdash. I say, where can I jump and cross up and like punish them? Because like Kung Lao, that's the thing. You don't have a backdash. His backdash is garbage, right? That shit is so slow. I get hit every time I try it. Every time I try to backdash with Kung Lao, I get hit almost every. Like I'll be full screen and I still get hit trying to backdash. So like, but I mean, if you have a character that has a solid backdash, I would know every fucking backdash point. Like if I were a Sub-Zero dude, best believe if there was a point where I could hit you with that backdash back 3 with the fucking micro dash, right, where he barely fucking moves and then boop, you got poked. Like, dude, I would be hitting that on every fucking string, but nobody practices that tech. Nobody learns that part of the matchup. They're just lol, wombo, combo, footsies, down 4, walk back 4, nooch.
I think I need to practice this because for John it's like kind of like a part of his strategy basically because
You do. Everybody does. The proof is in the fact that everybody bitches about Kotal Khan. If you bitch about Kotal Khan, you just suck.
forward 2 you mean?
You're, no,
Like
if you,
Holy
if-
was bitching about
No, because
Cytus.
people don't bitch about 4-2. They bitch about mid-grab. And it's like, dude, he's going to hit you with mid-grab in like 3 places. 4 if he's just going to do it raw. Okay? Like, it's not hard to know the 3 fucking strings where he's going to do this fucking thing. And if you know when he's going to do it, you get to hit him with your biggest fucking combo. It's not fucking hard, but people don't want to practice that part of matchups because, like, they just want to sit there and say Mortal Kombat 11 has no tech because, lol, I can't do 500 hit combos with fucking, you know, into dash cancel for the whole fucking match and then win in 2 touches because, you know, I know 3 combos and that's it. Like, people actually have to know matchups and tech, and it's like,
Yes.
nobody fucking learns that shit. Bitch ass.
Unfortunately.
The thing is with Kotal, what's he like so dumb about is that you know he has a mid command grab. Yeah, but like during his strings, he has like a launcher that can do even more damage.
No, but
So
the
it's
people
like a
aren't
guessing
complaining
game.
about that. They're complaining about the mid grab. And even if it is a guessing game, like whatever, he has to fucking win neutral or at least take the risk of throwing out forward 2. You know, because if he's throwing out forward 2, he's not counter zoning you. If he's throwing out forward 2 at full screen, you can backdash. If you know the spacing, nobody practices their spacing in their neutral. Because if you know where Kotal wants to do it, because let's be real, everybody that knows how to play this game that plays at Elder God level and competes, we all know where the fuck he's going to do it. Okay, we know exactly where to stand.
For Koto's forward 1. I think it's forward 1, not forward 2. I'm not
Forward
exactly
2's the
sure.
sword. Forward 1 is the high.
Like,
So forward 2's the mid that like most people complain about because you can't duck it, and he can hit you from like almost 3/4 of the screen away. It's the sword forward 2, 4, and then he'll like either go for the low or he'll go for like cat or fucking pizza disc or the launch on hit confirm. But like people complain about forward 2 with Kotal because it's so fast. It's 19 frames, but he hits you from 3/4 of the screen, so it is very hard to react.
And it's long.
oh,
like
it's
30 frame.
16.
So it should be interruptible.
It's
If I.
it's
not
16
mistaken.
frames.
It doesn't matter, dude. You know what range he's gonna do it, so just don't stand
Yes.
there. Like it's not like that's like
The thing is, you have to jump it.
not necessarily. You could backdash it if you're full screen. Like you can back jump it. You can just fucking block. Like you know he's gonna do it there. Like people have gotten so good at flawless blocking forward 2. Like it's not even funny. Like you just go on Aquaman's stream and people just fucking flawless block the forward 2. Like Kodals have to work for that forward 2 now at high level. And if you're getting blown up by it, then you're just not very good because like there's counterplay for it, and you just got to learn the matchup. Nobody wants to learn the matchup. Like there's 3 points he's gonna hit you with the fucking mid grab. Learn them. Fucking blow his ass up. Well, but what if he guesses right? He earned it. You guessed wrong. And if you guess right, you could blow him up. It's fucking fighting games, man. Make the read and quit being a bitch.
Is Aquaman like a Coral
Yeah.
main?
He
I've
is,
seen
yeah,
him like playing Coral.
Yeah, he is.
yeah, he's a Kodal main.
Like, I'm not like very familiar with him, but I watched like Vendetta playing him because I wanna like figure out who's like good with Johnny Cage, so I can learn maybe something.
He's a
Just
Kodal
curious.
main, but I'm just saying, like, especially in the age of like clout chasing, right? There's sweaty motherfuckers that are going to Aquaman's stream and fucking subscribing or whatever it takes to play him on stream, right? They'll donate, or I don't know, maybe he just plays with viewers. I never pay attention. I just watch the matches, right? But like there are people that will clout chase that can flawless block the forward 2 in the neutral. I know I can do it. I've done it before. I've done it on stream. It's not that impossible. There are some sweaty peoples that specifically go on stream to do that to Aquaman to his face because they want the clout. And he knows this. And so it's like, you know, Kotal Khan at high level, when you're actually good and you're actually fighting people that are actually good, like, yeah, dude, he has to kind of work for that forward 2 because if you're predictable with it, he's getting blown up, like, hard.
Yeah, в принципе,
The
situation
thing with his
is
board too. There's a Kotal tech behind that. So if he does forward 2 and you flawless block it, he can parry it and then get a crushing blow. Like I've seen dirty shit from that. So
Yeah, but that's
it's
just
like,
play versus
it has to be
counterplay.
like a
Again,
perfect read.
it's make the read. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
So if he makes the read, he can fucking blow you up. If you make the read, you can blow him up. If he didn't parry and decided to finish the string, you up 2'd him. So, like, yeah, he's running a risk. He's got shit to counter you. You've got shit to counter him. That's fighting games, man. Learn the matchup. Learn the tech. Sorry, dude. You got blown up by shit you didn't know how to stop. It's not his fault. It's not the Kodal player's fault. You don't know how to beat it.
You mean
For
like
For
Like a
certain
pa-
specific things. Like, I think Kotal Khan doesn't have any juice that, like, really warrants, like, any kind of big significant issues. Like, yeah, he's cheap, but he's not any cheaper than, like, other characters. Like, I think fucking Jax is just as stupid as Kotal Khan. I think Spawn is more stupid than Kotal Khan. You know, like, there are characters more stupid
Spawn
than
and
Kotal Khan.
Kotal are both stupid.
But I'm just saying, like, we're at the point in the game's lifespan where if you're bitching about characters, like, you just suck. Like, you do, because, like, they're not going to be a patch, they're not adding DLC. Like, either learn those characters and quit complaining, or just give up the fact that you've lost the mental aspect of this game. You've lost, because the mental
Okay.
aspect of the game starts at fucking character select.
It's time to ask the question. What about you and your Fujin matchup?
Me, I've already said I just don't like fighting the matchup. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it, and all it does is make me mad and make me rage quit. So like, I just don't fight Fujin on screen because I'm like,
Yeah, it's not
I mean,
fun.
it's funny like the first couple of times when I get mad and rage quit, but like, I mean, yeah, like I put myself out there, but everybody's got limits, and there are certain points where it's like, all right, man, like, you know, I kind of don't want to be like shit on right now. So I can either keep the stream on and get shit on, or I can get the fuck out of here. And sometimes as a streamer, like some streamers, they're like, I'm out of here, man. And so I'm like, I recognize my weaknesses as a human being, and it's like, I don't want to be that way, dude. Fuck it, I'll just ban it, and it'll be a joke on the stream, and people will have fun. We can make that funny. Rather than it being funny that I get salty and like start acting like an idiot, let's make it funny that I'm like a coward and I'm afraid of Fujin. That's funny. I'll accept that. I can take that.
No, I get it. Like, it's not fun if you, like, for example, people see you frustrated for some reason. It's like kind of like.
Well,
not fun
because
to
you
look at.
say you end up saying shit you don't mean, and like every streamer or every human has gotten to that point where you say something you don't mean, and there are times where you catch yourself in the heat of the moment when you're real fucking salty. Some people, like low tier god, built their entire career off of that. And I'm like, I don't really want to be that guy where I get mad and I accidentally like say something I'm gonna fucking regret. You know what I mean? Like, in the heat of the moment.
No, it's not a good idea.
Yeah, you say something. I'm going to sit there and say, yeah, you're a fucking piece of shit and I fucking hate you, you cheap-ass motherfucker. And it's like, dude, that's like my biggest donator. Like, dog, like I literally just fucking.
He doesn't really regret it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I literally just like disrespected my most loyal customer. And it's not even that. Like, what if it's just your friend? It's like, wow, dude, I just said that shit to somebody that I want to tell people is my best friend. Like, what kind of a dick am I? Like, talking shit is different than like being malicious. You know, like if
That's
I
his
sit there.
lifestyle, just
But I'm
being an
saying,
idiot.
like,
Different.
but it's different, dude. Like when you get mad and you start saying shit that's personal, like we talk shit, but nobody ever says something like,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
if
nothing
somebody's
like-
if I tell a yo mama joke and someone's like, yeah, man, my mom died of cancer, it's like, okay, yo mama jokes are off the table now, and we respect that. That's different. But like when you get
Yeah.
salty and it's like, nah, man, fuck you and your mom, fuck this fucking game, and it's like, nah, I ain't trying to let it get to that point. I'm not. I know my limits. I know everybody gets there. Everybody has that. Okay, they all have their limit. Mine is Fujin. Fuck Windy Jesus. Keep him off my TV show. Plus,
Yeah,
it's funny.
Just like that combo kid that came into the Discord.
I
He
was
got
I
mad.
fucking missed that. I missed that, man. Apparently somebody got mad at somebody and there was drama and then somebody left and I was like, oh wow, this is the
It was
most
me.
entertaining thing to happen in my Discord, and like I'm really stoned right now watching Constantine. Or what was I watching? I was watching something. But it was a very good movie.
He joined because of me.
Hmm.
Constantine is that movie with
Well, no, I know
Reeves.
I know the movie. It's just I wasn't watching it. No, I was watching Memento. Right? I remember it was one of those
Oh,
mind
nice.
fucky. It was one of those mind fucky movies, and like I was like, oh yeah, Memento, and Mrs. Badger had never seen it, and I was like, wait a minute, you haven't seen? Like literally, I think that this is one of the greatest movies of all time. Like that movie is what made me a fan of Christopher Nolan, and I saw it when it first came out, and I was like, yeah, babe, we're watching this now. And then while I'm trying to like watch the movie and enjoy her reactions to like the mind fuckery of it, like I look and my Discord is blowing up, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? I'm trying to have a moment, man. It's a psychological
this set
thriller.
up.
I gotta pay attention to the fucking this dialogue.
It's a movie that was told like backwards. Like it's like a
Well,
very
don't spoil
specific
it.
structure.
I mean, I know it's,
It's
a
not
fucking.
exactly
I know it's a
spoilery, but
20-year-old
like
movie, but a lot of
it's
people
like a
don't know
gimmick.
about it. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about Memento, and I'm like, dude, how are you gonna sit there and say you like Dark Knight and Inception, and you didn't see the movie that literally made that man? Like he was
Yeah.
nobody before Memento. That was the movie when everybody was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, who is this guy? I need to watch every movie this guy makes.
Because like Dark Knight was more like a movie that actually made him like this very very like famous guy. Like he's like this cult whatever director. But Memento was like the first project that actually made Nolan like this. That showed that he has a talent and people started like hiring him like in Hollywood or whatever.
Right?
Like, but yeah.
so while
Jero,
that's
you
happening,
can go and
yeah.
watch it.
Yeah. And while I'm
It's not
watching
that-
this movie, my Discord's blowing up from some combo kid. I don't even know.
Combo Kid?
I don't know. That's what Nova was saying. Some dude named Combo
Yeah,
Kid.
because I wanted him to fight J-Ro, and then he was like, nah, I'm not gonna fight J-Ro. He's not worth it. He's shit. Like, he says all this shit, but he doesn't, like, do it, which pisses me off.
So wait, somebody came into Discord and tried to like call out J-Ro. And J-Ro ain't a bitch. Like, he'll be like, oh, yeah, fight me or pussy. Right?
Yeah,
like,
J-Ro is
he would
that
be,
bitch.
he'd be like,
He is.
wait, somebody wants the money match? Fight me or pussy. Fight me or pussy. He's like fucking like a little fucking real-life Goku. Like, all he wants to do is just fight everybody. He just eats and fights. He's like, dude, I need to eat. And then after I'm done eating, I want to fight that guy. Right? So, like, you can't just walk in there and, like, pick a fight with J-Ro and expect him to not want to fucking fight you.
Probably just like joined and did not know what he's getting himself into. Like it was one of
So,
the
like,
situations.
Wait a minute, he
It's like-
joins and then he fucking challenges J-Ro, and I'm assuming J-Ro answered the call. And then what?
He said, no, you're not worth the time.
So he was like trying to troll. All right.
Yeah, it's
So J-Ro, I guess he picked Bussy. Sorry, kind sir. The guy chose Bussy.
so this was
This was like 2
The-
or 3 days ago or something like that in the Discord. It was kind of funny. Those of you that listen later, yes, I have a Discord, and yeah, weird shit happens in there. You should probably join it. There's like a link somewhere around here. I don't know. You'll find it. Fucking whisper me or something on whatever platform. But yeah, we have a Discord, and sometimes some weird shit goes down in there. You guys missed out on the thirst trap, dude. Somebody's fucking homie. I'm not gonna name names, but it is a certain member of Team Trash. Like told their homie to come in and thirst trap, so he posted like these like fucking pictures of some fucking Japanese Instagram fucking influencer. But like, needless to say, it was a hot Asian chick,
Oh
but
my
she was
God.
not like porn star hot. She was cute waifu hot. So it was like kind of like that realistic but unattainable at the same time, like the weebs version of the manic pixie dream girl. Right, and he posted like several different pictures. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a katana main, and I don't know how to play this game, but like,
you mean
know,
Hyuha?
and they're like, but I'm about to hit demigod, and is there anybody to practice with me to like help me like reach a higher rank? And oh my god, I didn't get to see any of the DMs. I didn't see, but the chat in the channel was like ridiculous, and I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'm gonna be having problems. Like, I already smelled danger, but I was kind of playing along. I'm like, guys, like, leave this lady alone. She just wants to learn Mortal Kombat. Hey, girl, go to my YouTube channel. And I'm like, get out of Discord. Go to my YouTube channel, and if you're real, you'll go watch some videos and figure some shit out while I fucking tell these assholes to fucking leave you alone. And then if you're fake, at least like you'll fucking shut up and like I can get about my business. And no, we had some thirsty motherfuckers. And like that kind of shit happens in our Discord. So like when this weird shit with this combo kid, I was like, oh man, is somebody like a waifu katana main again? Did we get another one of those like Edenian main fucking e-thought girls in my chat? Because you know it's gonna happen. Eventually, our community is gonna get big, where
God
other
dang,
streamers are gonna like,
Crosby's alt account.
right? Like, no, but I'm saying like eventually, like actual titty streamers will like be in our community, and there's gonna be some thirsty motherfuckers. But the smart titty streamers aren't gonna let us know that they're titty streamers. They'll like post a selfie of
Yeah.
like them as some fat dude with a beard, and like all along it's fucking Amaranth. If she's smart, she'll be like, yeah, I love me some beef set leagues, but like, fuck that shit. I'm Amaranth. Like, I'm not posting a
She
selfie,
doesn't. She doesn't need us.
right? She's like, I'm not letting.
She's doing fine for her while like dancing and licking mics. I don't know.
You guys
They
don't know,
do-
man. They're like, for a while, the core of my audience was like largely females and like female
How?
streamers. So I used to wear a suit on stream, and I used to be more like, I used to go out of my way
A
to
birthday
be
suit?
no, like an actual suit. And I used to go out of my way to like be more like, I don't know, aesthetically pleasing and have less fucking dark, awful jokes. Also, I used to
Yeah.
talk about
Stop
Mrs.
hacking
Badger.
everything, my lady.
I used to talk less about Mrs. Badger just because she didn't want me, like, you know, she doesn't want to be like part of the show. So like I didn't really talk about her that much. So I had a huge like following of like streamer chicks. Like there was a lot of them, like a lot, and they'd lurk. Sometimes they'd DM me, like that kind of shit. So yeah, they're out there. They're real.
And then the people like ATL came and like ruined it.
Well, no, I stopped wearing the suit because, like, honestly, I used to stream for 10 hours, and, like, 10 hours in a suit in Southern California was starting to get, like, expensive for air conditioning. So I was like, yeah, I need to go.
Oh,
I need to go
yeah.
to the T-shirt, and even now I'm sweating like a hog. I'm like, I need to go to a T-shirt, and I'm literally sitting right under the AC with a T-shirt, and it's still fucking hot, dude. It's ridiculous. It's Southern California. Like, if you haven't
Hell
been
yeah.
here, you know, you don't know. And if you have been to Southern California, you know, even with AC, you're just like, fuck, dude, man. I just want to be naked and sweaty. No, I can't do that on stream. So I
I can
stopped
only
wearing the suit.
imagine. But where I live, it's also like hot for some reason. Like and hard to breathe. Like I don't know why. Like it's very weird weather. Like it's not very like a scorcher or whatever, but it's like very unpleasant. And then like I'm sitting in t-shirt also like sweaty. But
Right?
nothing is terrible like you say because as far as I know, you have like a California like fire or something because
Yeah.
it's like so
Like
hot.
it gets so hot, like just trees like light on fire for no fucking reason. Like that's how hot it
May-
gets. It
Maybe
gets so
not,
hot.
but if someone like just does something like stupid in a forest when it's like super hot,
Yeah.
it's probably can be an issue too.
It just turns into like fire. Like that's how it is. So like me not wearing the suit had nothing to do with like me trying to change my branding or change direction. It was entirely like, fuck, dude, this is too fucking hot. Like if I lived in like Wisconsin or something and it was not like fucking 115 degrees, like yeah, I'd probably go back to wearing a suit. I liked the aesthetic, but once I stopped wearing the suit, like yeah, I noticed the female viewership kind of declined. I ain't mad. I
Eh,
ain't mad. That means I look good in a suit.
I don't know, man. That was like a fundamentals video. Look very weird. Every time I see it, like, I was like, is that the same guy? Like, it's so
Right?
weird. It's so strange. Like, you have this like a tie or
Bruh.
whatever it's called.
I lived in
Like a
Alaska,
the
and
sleeveless
as soon as I
sweater.
moved to
Wait, you lived in Alaska and then what?
Like
oh
pony?
shit, yeah, like
That's a bomb.
it's like cold in Alaska, and then like I instantly moved to like a warmer area, and I was not used to it. This shit was like ridiculous. Like I had to wait like so damn long. Okay, so like I moved from Alaska to Florida, and Florida's like bipolar as shit, and I hated it for so long.
Yeah, 'cause it's like fucking Africa hot and then fucking hurricane. And it's freezing cold and you'll die. Like it's just
Exactly.
like,
Hurricane at night.
you know, it's like fucking Africa levels of hot and then for like a week like you will die of cold. And then it goes back to like, and when I say Africa, I mean like West Africa, not East Africa, not that Ethiopia hot. I'm talking West Africa. I'm talking like Liberia
Oh,
jungle
hell no.
hot. You know, like
Uh.
Liberian jungle hot. Okay, Congo
Or so-
jungle humidity, where you're just fucking dripping with sweat and like burning from the sun. Yeah, in California, we have a dry heat, man. I'm grateful for that. It's dusty and deserty. It's like Mad Max instead of fucking, like, what is it, the Duck Dynasty, right? We have Mad Max out here.
Yeah. There is nothing worse when it's like jungle.
I-
But you have to be
I
in
just hate
jungle for.
hurricanes in general.
Nah,
Oh,
man.
I've never seen him, fortunately.
Like I just hate it. Like you've never seen a hurricane, Ivan?
No. We have
No,
storms, but
he's
not
in
like a
Eastern
hurricane.
Europe, man. They
Oh.
get dust storms. They get sandstorms and shit like that.
Damn.
Not
I would kill for
sandstorm,
that.
but like
That looks
like
cool.
just a very strong like a rain and hailstorm with ice. Like it just
Like blizzards, man. They get blizzards,
yeah blizzards.
which are
Like those-
basically tornadoes in the snow.
Kinda.
A tornado is a hurricane on the land. A typhoon is a hurricane in the Pacific Ocean. And a blizzard is a hurricane in the cold. That's kind of like how I recognize that in my mind. I've never been through a hurricane, but I've sat through tornadoes, and I've sat through, I've sat through typhoons. I was in an area that had got a tornado, but like the tornado passed by like my like specific block. So I've never been in a tornado, but I've been around a tornado. and it didn't fuck up my house, so I was pretty cool with that. But typhoons were dope, dude, because like you ever see that meme of the dude with the American flag like listening to Slayer in the rain?
Slayer,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I've done that in real life. It's not fun. It's bad, right? So like in Japan, man, like we didn't get hurricanes because the Pacific Ocean, so we got typhoons. And like during the typhoons, the whole fucking street in town floods, and the rain flies horizontal. But like when the street flooded, like all the neighborhood kids like went out swimming in the streets that were flooded. And like my stepdad, he hated me, so he was like, "Hey son, go outside and like play in the typhoon." So he like threw me out there, and then like it started getting worse.
Jesus.
Like the actual storm was like the rain was like pelting you horizontally. It felt like fucking nails, like bam, 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 bam. You're like, "Ow, this kind of hurts." And he's like, "Nah, you're having fun. Look at the swimming." I'm like, "Ah, the kids all went inside. I don't
Jesus
want to
Christ.
be out here." "No, you're all right. You're doing good." Yeah, yeah, you know, we didn't get along very well, but like the streets being flooded was dope. That shit was tight,
Yeah.
right? But the horizontal rain was not so much.
I never seen horizontal rain, but we had flood recently, and it's like fuck ups like connection and stuff. So fortunately not internet connection, but everyone who uses like satellite, it's like done. Everyone, no one can watch TV for a while, and people like hit cars like that was like sick, like for a couple of days. But I
Jeez.
never like seen like a tornado or whatever horizontal rain.
Yeah, the rain flows because the wind is blowing so fast that the rain is moving sideways. Like it's not falling straight down, it's moving sideways because the wind is blowing it so fast. And it's moving so fast, it like feels like little rocks, feels like stones. It's very not fun. So when I saw that video of that dude like rocking out for America, I was like, that guy's a fucking patriot. That guy's a hero. I know how that feels. It is not good. And that rain wasn't even nearly as horizontal. Like it was still like diagonal rain. It was gonna that storm I could tell was gonna probably get worse. And you should probably go inside at that point.
Yeah, it's not a good idea. Just try. But every time when I see like a shitty weather, like I have no desire to come out, and if I have to, it's like the worst day of my life. It's every time. But fortunately, I don't have to. Especially like during the flood. No, I don't want to swim in mud.
I hate having to prepare for a hurricane for like 10 hours, and then immediately the hurricane here like lasts for like 30 minutes and it's done.
Yeah, but
What do you do? Like a shelter or something?
yeah, tape your
Well.
windows.
Like boarding up my windows, taking like all my plants from like my backyard to my garage, all the statues, like I just have a lot of shit that I need to put away. And then it's over within like an hour. Like why?
Well,
put
it's
everything
like a
back.
precaution.
And I have to put everything back. Oh god.
Especially with the inside, because you have to like tape up and then board up your windows, and then you have to move everything away from, like you have to rearrange your whole house in case shit flies through the windows. Like you got to make sure, like, okay, the TV's not near the window. Like if anything flies through, it's not gonna hit the TV. Like you don't really think about that until you're in those kind of storms. But yeah, dude, you move all your furniture that like could get damaged into the middle of a room, and now for like however long that storm's gonna last, like your house is just fucking disorganized and fucked up.
Hey, Nova, what kind of statues you said?
Gnomes. He has fucking gnomes.
I have like angel statues, and I
Cherubs.
have like
Cherubs.
like just like
Like
basically
like a
that's my mom. Like she just has that
Ah.
around the house.
You gotta remember, Ivan's from like Ukraine, so he doesn't like they don't have like lawn flamingos out there. They're like fucking Americans. This shit is stupid. Why do you have this in front of your house? And we're like, dude, it's a flamingo. They're dope, dude. Look at how tight that is. Stupid American. It's not tight.
So I have only like carpet in my house. That's all. A bunch of junk. I also have maybe had some kind of old statue or whatever, but it's like also ceramic stuff, but nothing like special or like a big or
That's what-
flamingos.
That's what's funny about Twitch, man. Because, like, people don't realize, like, Twitch really, like, drives down the point of, like, globalization. I don't mean, like, the negative kind of globalization, but, like, Dude, the world is like super connected and people forget. Like they'll be having conversations and I'm like, dude, you know that guy's like in Iran and like they don't have any concept of this because it's illegal in their country. So he literally has no idea what you're talking about. And they're like, oh shit, I forgot because we all like Mortal Kombat and we could talk about Mortal Kombat and like, you know, you forget that the world is not America. That's one thing. Is like a lot of people forget like the world is not America because you see that on like Twitter and like the internet. And people like say a bunch of shit, and I'm like, yeah, they don't have that over there, man. They don't give two fucks.
Yeah, everyone has like different mentality, like perception. So.
Well, we
like,
have
we don't-
Aldi now in America, so at least like we can come together on that and like yeah, fuck Aldi, right? Because before the British would be like fuck Aldi, and Americans are like, oh, I don't know what that is, man, Patriot. And now we're like, oh yeah, dude, English people for real, fuck Aldi.
Not the same anymore. Actually, I didn't know that Iran banned like Mortal Kombat or whatever. Like I know that Japan doesn't have Mortal Kombat for some reason.
Iran doesn't
Like,
ban
and-
Mortal Kombat. Iran is banned from like doing anything economically with the U.S. So it's not that Iran banned Mortal Kombat. It's that Mortal Kombat is forbidden from releasing there. But they
Yeah,
did it
so Warner
anyways.
Bros. Cannot put on sale.
Yeah, they're not
Mm,
allowed
yeah,
to.
they
But
can't.
like they still have it over there. There's Iranian MK streamers. We've seen them. But like, yeah, it's one of those kind of things. Like Twitch drives home. Like, yo, dude, people are in like all kinds of fucking places. You're like, shit, you guys have Mortal Kombat in fucking Kazakhstan? Fuck yeah, let's do it. Party on.
Most people, if they like, for example, play with me, is that probably people like from Russia, maybe like from Kazakhstan too.
Right?
Yes.
Because for you, Kazakhstan is a real country. For a lot of people in America, Kazakhstan is a made-up nation that was in Borat.
Borat, yeah.
Right? They're like, wait, Borat was real? Borat was an actual country? Like, yeah, dude, you do know there is a Kazakhstan. It's kind of next
But
to
in Borat,
Uzbekistan.
it's
And they're like,
in
there's an
Borat,
Uzbekistan?
in Borat, it's like weird. It's like I don't know, like bizarro world. Like it doesn't even look like Kazakhstan. It's like something strange.
I don't even think they filmed it in
Just like
Kazakhstan.
a meme.
I think they filmed
A
it in
bunch of-
like fucking Scotland or some shit, man. Like, it was like
Yeah.
not even filmed in Kazakhstan.
It's not a good idea for Sasha Baron Cohen to go there after what
Right?
he did. Like, you got his ass kicked.
But I heard that people play Mortal Kombat in Kazakhstan. Dude, I'm down to do a first attempt with Borat's sister. I heard stories about Borat's sister, and I think I could do a first attempt. I think I can give a good performance.
Give like a welcome to Trash Kast Temple introduction.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
People
And-
forget that stuff, man.
Jero was asking something me, or maybe not. No?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. I usually ignore chat when I do these because
I
people
usually-
hearing back on YouTube are like, what the fuck? I don't know what any of this means. What are you guys talking about? And it's like, yeah, dude, you kind of missed that.
Yeah, I wish I was able to in on a joke. That's the problem. When we just like chatting, it's This
Right?
is why some people like keep the structure of like a question. For example, how do you feel about like Twitter and cancel culture? Then guy like answers and he's like interrupts like, okay, how do you feel about science and like AI and freaking like intelligence used in like our fucking life?
How do you
And
feel
then they
about
go-
science? It's like fucking Nacho Libre. He's like, I don't believe in God. I only believe in science.
I've seen a podcast like by a guy named like Lex Friedman. He's like very like tense and very like strict about his like structure and everything like on a paper, and everything like is like separated in freaking like a blocks where they like spend specific time of talking about every stuff. It's like so weird. If
Yeah.
you compare like our conversation, it's like conversation.
I'm
which
not
is
good
cool.
with like rules and like structures and shit. I kind of just like to, you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
go with the flow.
yeah.
But
man.
structure is good only like in when it comes to like schedule, because we really need to like organize people so we know what is going on. So
Oh,
there is no like
yeah.
let me play so-called like no when I'm gonna play like no
But you
I
get-
was the first.
Well, I think
kinda like a
structure
waste
is
of time.
fine with like that sort of thing, but I feel like when
Yes.
you're like creating something, then like sometimes it's good to just not have a structure. Even though I
Yes.
usually have a structure, I just don't tell anybody, right? Because, like, nobody thinks that that's, like, funny or entertaining to be like, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. I just kind of do what I had
No.
planned all along and not let you guys know that I planned it. And then you guys are like, man, this is so brilliantly off the cuff. And you're like, yeah, dude, totally off the cuff.
Oh.
Well, we are now at...
Do we have
What's
Nova
that?
still here?
I think Nova's still here.
Oh, excellent.
I was gonna say
So-
we're at 100
Yeah,
or
I'm
an
still
hour and a
here.
half or an hour and 20 minutes almost now. So we should probably start wrapping
I
this
just
up.
got an email from my college. Sorry.
Ooh, is she cute? She all
Are you
right?
still in college?
But is she hot?
No, cause okay, so
She's not hot.
no, I said I got
No,
an
she's
email
not
from my
hot.
No,
college.
no,
It's
no,
not
not
a
that
she or
hot.
he.
I asked if
I
she
was
was hot,
saying,
and you said
um,
no. I was like, well, then why are you emailing her back? I don't. This doesn't make the
Okay.
logic.
No, I got an email from my college. From my college.
Ah.
I don't know if it's a guy or a girl.
You should probably sort that out first,
It's
then,
about-
huh? I mean, if that matters to you,
It's
I guess
about
it
my
doesn't matter.
dorm, just moving in and all that.
All this like
Well, I would think that
bureaucracy
would be
stuff.
important to know if you have to move in with a guy or a girl, and if she's hot or not. Unless it's a he, and then
I
he
don't
could
think
be
you can
hot.
move in with girls in colleges.
Well, I don't know. I
It
moved in
doesn't
with a
matter
couple of
because
girls
you
during
can-
college.
You can meet people after I live in your dorm.
Oh no, but you're going to one of those
Going
dorms where
out.
you have to follow
Yeah.
rules. Like you can't be stoned on the couch because it's like everyone's couch. Like yeah, that kind of shit.
Mm.
Man, nah. I like to poop on my own couch like a own free man.
Gotta clean it up, though.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you take the good, you take the bad. Well, anyways, any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
On the meter?
The meter? What meter? I was just saying, man, this is like the end of the podcast. We ended at like an hour and a half. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. It takes us 10 minutes to fucking have a closing thought. Before I don't know, man. Okay, so for your closing thought, Ivan, shark octopus. And then so for your closing thought, Supernova is Squirtle, but he's on a skateboard with a backpack. Agreed?
Yeah.
All right.
But I hope like
Agreed.
I hope our community is not gonna fall for Adderall addiction in future and everything will be alright.
Right? Hopefully.
we will keep it clean. Like I'll make sure of that.
Right.
And
Right.
everything will be fine. So that's my thoughts for today.
What about you, Nova?
I'm sorry. I was
Dude, that
kinda
chick has
zoned
got to
out,
be hot,
but-
man. So Nova's
was-
final
yeah.
thought is that chick is actually hot. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, she's hot as shit. Hell yeah.
You know
Hell
what
yeah.
I'm saying? Anyways, shout outs to your social medias. You can follow Ivan. You have what, Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter, DeviantArt, Instagram. I don't use Instagram that much, but usually it's like if you've seen me in chat, it's like Ivan or Ivan Kudoy in like the same name everywhere. Like you can find me there.
Ivan.
So it's Ivan, not Ivan.
God, I love your accent.
It doesn't matter that
Ivan.
much because like as long as like understands that you like mentioning me, then I know what to do.
Oh, okay. So it's Ivan.
But it's like if you like talk Russian, it should be like Ivan.
Oh, okay. In America, Ivan is a woman's name.
I'm not sure about that.
Really?
Yeah, Yvonne. Dude, I used to date a chick whose twin sister's name was Yvonne. It was Yvette and Yvonne. It's Yvonne. It's a woman's name in America.
Okay,
So
cool,
that's why.
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. That's why a lot of people like probably assumed it was Ivan. But see, I fucking
I'm
know a
Ivan.
lot of.
Ivan, you got a woman's name.
I know a lot of guys from Eastern Europe, so I knew like that they pronounce it Ivan there. I knew that, but did chat know that?
No, super.
Nova.
Super. My name's Super.
Super?
It's like ATL oval.
Right.
Middle name ATL.
And then Supernova, what's your socials?
Discord.
He is
is
gone. He didn't even know. He doesn't
Here,
even
I
have
can
no
just-
social. No, you know what? Anyways, you can follow me on twitch.tv/SoCalHoneyBadger or
Just
on
follow
YouTube.
SoCal. I'm just there.
You can follow me on Twitter. All the links are probably going to be in the description. If you're watching this shit for the first time and you're already at an hour and a half in, then you probably know where to find me. And if you are not even at this point in the podcast, I'm pretty sure you're not going to subscribe anyway. So this is for all you tardy motherfuckers. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all later.
Okay, bye.
Say bye, gentlemen.
See ya, bitches.